Hello everybody, Flik here, and welcome to Monster Hunter Portable 3rd HD on PS3. This was only released in Japan, and originally on the PSP, but it was released as an HD kind of upscaled thing on the PS3. Again, only in Japan sadly, however, to scratch that Monster Hunter itch, to play something else to do with this universe, I decided to pick it up. It is entirely in Japanese, as you might expect, and I'm deciding to play it. Now, whether or not I'm actually doing a series on it, given that I still have a For You series ongoing, is basically up to you. This is one part I'm just recording. I'm not going to record any more in this setting. We're going to hunt a monster, and you're going to see whether or not this is something you want to see, as well as the For You series, because I don't want to stop that. So let me know, and I'm going to give you a quick tour of the game's village, and then we can get started. You might actually recognise some of it because it's returning in Monster Hunter Cross. But anyway, the theme of this one is, I think it's Yukumo Village, and you don't eat before hunts, you bathe over here. So, pardon my shame, and my cat's shame, Maya, and I think that means Masamune, but I might be wrong. Anyway, this is the guild hall, where you would go to do multi-monster quests. As far as I can tell, there's no way outside of here to buff yourself before hunts, so that's why I'm in here anyway. Plus, it's the only place you can do Prance Dance. You can't do it out in the village for some reason. So there we go. Right now I've only upgraded it once, so I now have 110 HP rather than 100 and base 100 stamina. That's that done. You do quests for this cat here and it improves it. They're online ones though, so that I assume there must be some offline buff, but I just haven't found it. So anyway, let's head out into the village and I shall show you around. Also, I'll close my door a bit because the dog is grumpy and barking at something. I think it might be the post actually. But anyway, this is the village. That's where you would go to the online or offline hall there. And this is what it looks like. It's pretty small. It's probably comparable to Moga Village in 3U, I would say. And it has a farm area that's much more comparable to Freedom Unite. Anyway, this is the cat lady who I hired my cats from. She was in Freedom Unite as well, but it seems a bit cruel, doesn't it? Having a cart full of cats. Look at them all just kind of standing there. This is the lady who's giving me my offline quests, and we'll go to her in a second once I'm ready to leave. And down here we have our general merchant, we have our weapon dealer, we have our armor smith, and we also have cat gear merchant because there's no shakalakas in this one. Let's see, we also have, well, this is the door to the farm. This is the gent where we can use our Poke Points, or whatever they're called in this one, to upgrade our farm. So I do actually have enough to buy another farm bit. Okay, I'll do that just to show you. And there's the upgrade for 2. Alright, we'll have a quick look at the farm and then get started. I have cleared the tutorial hunts off camera. I did all of 1 star. It culminated in an urgent to fight an ARZUROS, which you might know from my 3U series. I'm just going to hunt another one of them today though, but I'll show you what else is available. So yeah, this farm, if you haven't played Freedom Unite you won't be familiar with it. It wasn't really well done in 3U and it isn't done at all in 4. But after every hunt you go on, this place kind of repopulates and you can gather. So also it's where your cats laze around. So for example, you can do some mining over here, but I have already done that, so I can't do it right now until after I come back. You can collect some mushrooms from here. I just recently had this installed. Bugs and whatnot from here. Fish over here on the pier. And back here the spit, where you can cook 10 meat at a time into well done steaks. It's in 4U, wasn't in 3, for whatever reason. And I assume there is more to it, but that's how many upgrades I have for it so far. So anyway, let's finally go get hunting. And by the way, I'm using Sword and Shield because I wanted to use a weapon that I've never really tried before. So I thought, why not? Sword and Shield appeals, sort of. I just have to get used to the bad range. That's what's kicking me in the pants mostly now. So yeah, I've not eaten, but I've bathed. So it's time to take a hunt. I'll show you all that's available in 2 star. In fact, I can show you what was available in 1 star. That was collecting mushrooms, that was Kelby horns, I think. Kill Jaggy, or Jagia. Kill Bullfangos. I can't remember which one that was. Oh, honey, because the ARZUROS shows up on that one. And then the urgent was to fight the ARZUROS. But anyway, we're into 2 star. I've done the harvest tours that are available. And then we have, that's the hunt I did as the urgent, but that's what we're going to do again today. However, I also have a bull drome, I think that is. Also, I just got gifted something on Steam. Oh, late birthday present from Soulfood. Thank you very much for getting me Rock of Ages. That's a Jagia. So gather, that's Great Jaggy. And that's another Jagia. Actually, more have appeared here. Oh yeah, there's fighting an ARZUROS in the desert. Ludroths, I think? Roguery? Alright, well anyway, let's start with this. So we're going to take that even though we've done it already. I actually would want to make the ARZUROS armor set because I never did that in 3U. Oh, it's a capture one still. Alright, we'll try and capture it. Oh, is my potions filled up again? Yes it is. Alright, we're ready to go. Let's actually get this show on the road. Let me click back onto my recording window for now. I'll see to that gift later. Thank you though. So how does the visuals of this compare? Well, keep in mind it did start as a PSP game, so it's upscaled, but it still looks slightly better than 3U, in my opinion. Also, you might recognise this map from my 3U series. It was actually the last map introduced in that game. There's a lot of similarities, but I would say, in fact I described it like this in a vlog actually, this game is like 3U if it had more in common with Freedom Unite. And I think that's actually a good thing. It's seen by many people as being one of the best Monster Hunter games prior to 4th gen. So, take that what you will. Also, excuse me if I get some of the buttons mixed up. I've played so much 4U. Buttons are slightly different when you're holding a PS3 controller. Anyway, can I remember where the ARZUROS was? I believe it's in Area 5. So let's head in that rough direction. Yeah, a lot of the maps in this, not just Misty Peaks, were also in 3U. However, a lot of them are different because there's no underwater combat in this game. So areas that were flooded in 3U, nope, they're just open. Some of them still have water, but there's more areas to explore because there's no underwater combat. Which for many people is probably a good thing. Oh, you're in here! Hello. By the way, another good thing about this game in general is that Zinogre is the flagship. So he gets a lot of screen time in cutscenes and what have you, and I like that a lot. Anyway, let's try and remember how to fight the giant honey badger bear. My cats are getting annihilated, by the way, because I haven't been buying them here. But it's just an ARZUROS. It's also a very small one, so that's fine. I'll be taking a lot of damage as well because it's just starter armor, and I've only upgraded it a little bit. But as I say, I want the ARZUROS gear, so that's why. I still remember how to dodge, thankfully, although these Jaguar are getting in my way. I'm not doing a lot of damage. But what are the benefits of Sword and Shield? Well, you're fast for one. You sheath your sword quickly. You can use items without putting your sword away, other than whetstones. And stuff like traps, and whatnot, I suppose. You've got that leaping attack, although they got rid of the leaping attack in 4U, didn't they? For that, like, you jump backwards and then charge up instead. I like the gap closer better, personally. If you want to hit all those Jaguar, that'd be fantastic. Was that one Jaguar hitting the other one into me or something there? Must remember it's a capture one though. They were the bane of my life when I started playing 3U because I would always just forget and or not see the monster's tails that it was weak and kill it by mistake. Using a weakish weapon though, as in weak per hit, it reduces the chance of that happening. Also, both my cats are gone already. I have no idea what type of cats I picked. My Japanese isn't that good, so I just picked at random. As far as I'm aware, they're not any type of healing cat. They could just be generic attack cats. Means I have to rely on my own strength more, though. Ooh, got a headshot there. It is weird coming back to a game where you have less freedom of movement than in 4th gen. I actually find it a lot easier. It's like I don't have to take into consideration different elevations and leaping attacks off of ledges or when to mount the monster. All that crap isn't here. Although I do prefer it. What I don't prefer though is mining points look like this. They're much harder to spot. Charge at me again? Using the bite. The leap, I mean. Oh, that's going to catch me. Alright, I should probably use a first aid med. Oh, this might still catch me. Yeah, it did. Nice try. Right, cat. Distracted him. He's tired actually, so let's just again. Must remember I'm using a weapon that can block. I always forget that when I'm not using gun lines. Oh, you poor sod. Feel like getting knocked out, perhaps? Nope. Maybe limp? You didn't take me that long to kill you when I was doing you further urgent. I'm still confusing the buttons every so often, so you've got no excuse. Also, I should probably sharpen. Let's see here. Are those the mini ones? Yeah, those are the mini ones. Cats are fine. No, don't mind me. I don't have any honey. Well, you're definitely tired. By the way, if I fail this by accidentally killing him, that's still all I'm going to be doing in the video. You know I've got the game. I'm showing you I have it. I know how to play it. I'm just looking for whether or not you actually genuinely, like I mean this seriously, don't just say yes because you think that's what I want to hear. Also, he's almost dead. Do you want another Monster Hunter series to run on my channel of a game I've never played before? I can play a Monster Hunter game in Japanese. I've done it before. I played through 4 entirely in Japanese. I'm going to let him kind of resituate first. I don't think he sleeps through there though. I have no idea where he sleeps on this map, it's worth pointing out, but we'll see. He might just be wanting to have a fight. You're making this too easy on me, I think. Step forward 1 step. Thank you. Oh, throwing the mechanics for trank bombs. There we go. You dropped a shiny. Alright. I don't know what that said, but I'm guessing it said beast here. There's a mining spot over here, I think. They're so hard. I'm so glad they changed the way they do these. Yes, less realistic to see just like diamonds sticking out of walls. It's so much easier to see. Jaggy, don't ever touch me. By the way, if you don't want to see more, don't not comment. I want to hear from people who don't want to see it too. We're into the summer lull. There isn't that many games out between now and the winter season. I need content for my channel. I like Monster Hunter games. I'm fairly good at them. So I wouldn't mind having another one to play. There's some monsters that you wouldn't have seen in 3U, but you will have seen in 4U. There's also some very few that you wouldn't have seen at all had you only watched my series, like Bulldrum. It's basically just a bigger Bullfangle really, so you're not missing much there, but stuff like, I think Tigrex is in this one maybe? Yeah, I think he is. But I'm fairly certain I downloaded a DLC Brute Tigrex, so I would assume the normal one is in. There's some kind of weird lightning flying dragon I've never seen before that seemed to have a fight with Zinogre in the intro. How about that? He dropped me some honey, that was nice of him. And... oh yeah, I forgot cats. Wait. Yeah, that was the cat's carving, right? I thought only the Shakalaka's carved. And that was tiny, as expected. So, this has been short, but it's just a brief intro because I want to know whether or not to continue or not. Well, I'm going to play it regardless, but should I record it? Obviously I won't show any farming. I might try and keep it very succinct as well, just so it's a little bit on the side. But it's another Monster Hunter game. The option is there. Please let me know one way or the other in the comments. If you don't want to see it, that is perfectly acceptable, but just let me know. So this has been Monster Hunter Portable 3rd HD, PS3, Japanese only. Perfectly playable on any system though, because the PS3 is region free. With very little knowledge of Japanese, you can get by, and the internet is there to help you as well. And it's a good looking game. And more of the same, I suppose. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time for more of this, or more for you, or something else. Thanks for watching this, let me know what you think in the comments, and see you next time. Ta-ta for now.